What's going on, y'all? It's Finesse. I'm back. I know I'm still wearing the same stuff in another video. It's the same day. I'm trying to knock something out for y'all. Don't be mad. Just playing. But anyway, though, y'all see the title. You know what I hate more than peas? The police. We gonna get in this to them right here. This 22-year-old male waiting outside his job. Obviously, he had to close or he wouldn't have been there. And since he waiting for his Lyft, like anybody else, would wait for their Lyft if they ain't have a vehicle or the bus, he's sitting there. Police think he looks suspicious. Now, my problem is this. I ain't never seen a white man look so unsuspicious in my life. I don't think y'all get it. He don't look suspicious. He don't look like he up to no good. He look like a regular old person. He was hello and keep your moving. He don't look like intimidating. He don't look like he finna hurt nobody. No nothing. He just look like he just posted up waiting for a ride to come. But you feel me? We got some corrupt police officers, so we gonna see what they talking about because obviously they ain't like the fact that he was sitting right there. You feel me? They didn't like that too well. Not at all. So we gonna get into it. You feel me? We gonna see what they talking about. And y'all, watch out. Watch out when they come out to these police, y'all. Watch out.
This occurred less than a month ago in Volusia County, Florida, involving the Edgewater Police Department, specifically Officer Rippeon, who has worked there since 2022, and so I'm told he's gained quite the reputation already for being quite an authoritarian.
If you don't give me your name and stuff, I can put your handcuffs.
You didn't ask me for my name, you said my ID. What's your name?
Officer Rippeon, if you keep it up, you're going to go in handcuffs.
I'm on asking your name. I'm telling you I'm epileptic and your life can give me a seizure.
You failed to provide your name.
No, did I say I was failing to
Give me
provide
your
name?
name.
And what crime am I being suspected
You
of?
just said it.
It's not a guessing game. I don't have to guess what I'm being suspected.
What I want to know is if he gave you an ID already, why are you asking for her name if she gave you the ID? Don't the ID got her name on it? What's she gonna do? Lie and say that ain't her name? With the picture of her face on it?
No, I'm not. I'll show the guy there.
You're under
No, I'm
arrest.
not. I have not done it.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, you're telling me
You're
I'm
gonna get
being
tased.
stopped for I'm gonna be tased?
Wait a minute. Time out. She just said them lights could have gave her a seizure, okay? So we know that her health isn't the best. With that being said, did y'all just say, you just told this woman after she told you she's epileptic that you finna tase her? So she can be in more severe danger and you harm her even more? Listen, I don't know what go on in these cops' brains. I don't. I really don't. But let one of these cops
Not every interaction between a police officer where he's questioning somebody is a detainment. Sometimes the courts find that those are consensual encounters. But where somebody is actually being detained, they are not free to leave. That triggers the Fourth Amendment. It's not yet an arrest. It's known as a Terry stop. For a lawful Terry stop, a police officer needs specific, objective facts, not just a hunch, indicating that some crime or criminal violation has occurred. A police officer must be able to clearly explain observable evidence that justifies the stop. No hunches are allowed. No vague feelings or unsupported intuition, i.e. just looks suspicious, are allowed. This was his initial explanation to Paul about why he was being arrested.
So I pull up, I see you sitting there, and then all of a sudden I pull up, and you're hiding behind the pillars of a closed business. How's that look, dude?
You said I just got off the school my hoodie on. That's all I
Do
did.
you really work here?
I swear to God, I work. Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID going on here? I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work, my manager just left. His name's Mike.
And here was his explanation to the other cops who subsequently arrived on the scene.
I'm passing by Assistant Singer, so I was like, I'll dip in and check where it is. As I'm pulling in, he hides behind the pole. So I'm like, that's strange. So I was like, I need to talk to this guy. His business is closed. I go to talk to him, like, hey man. And he's like, am I being detained? I said, yes, you are. You're being detained. Yeah. And I asked him for ID. He said he doesn't have it. He said, my ride's here, I'm going to leave. I said, no, you're not. Yeah. And then I said, and that's why he was like getting up to leave. And then I pulled my taser out, and my drum started barking. I think he got a little worried, so he fucking started to comply then. But, so he's going to jail for resisting.
Where the hell's his ride?
That was his Uber right there. Apparently he works here, but, dude, he passed that point, and he's trying to jump in that and leave. I do believe that he works here. I mean, he looks like he's going to work in his clothing, but, I mean, he was going to try to dictate and tell me he's going to leave, so I'm not playing that game. No, he's going to learn, fortunately, the hard way, so.
Again, the man ain't did nothing. You said he hid behind a pillar. But the problem is, the pillar is behind the seat. So was he hiding? Or was he just sitting behind a pillar and you just assumed he was trying to avoid you because that's where the seat is? What would I be hiding from if I'm waiting for my ride? It don't make sense. And then they said, bro don't even got a record. So it's not like he ever had an occurrence with the law. Like he ain't on probation, he ain't on parole, he not scared to make police contact, he ain't even got a record. So there's no reason for a person like that to be hiding from the police. That don't make sense.
He's like, my ride's here, I'm gonna leave. I said, no, you're not, dude. I said, you're detained. And then he went around to himself, so. Yeah, he's.
And here's the full arrest report narrative where he alleges his reasonable suspicion for detaining and subsequently arresting Paul. Officer Rippeon observed a white male with a hoodie on out front of a closed business. Officer Rippeon pulled into the business in his marked patrol vehicle. Officer Rippeon observed the unknown male began to hide his person behind a pillar on the building. Officer Rippeon made contact with the subject on the above suspicious behavior. Officer Rippeon began to speak with the unknown male and he expressed that he wanted to leave. Officer Rippeon explained to the unknown male he was detained. And finally, here is the actual body cam footage. This is the exact moment that the body cam footage turns on without the audio. Where the audio turns on, that is the exact moment that Officer Rippeon turns his body cam on.
What's going on with you?
So we don't hear what was said prior to the point that he turned that on. But what we do see is this 22-year-old Paul just sitting outside his place of employment, wearing a hoodie. We don't see Paul committing any crime. We don't see Paul doing anything suspicious. And once the audio turns on, we can hear that Officer Rippeon is extremely aggressive. He's escalating what should have been a consensual encounter where he's just alleviating some hunch or suspicion that he has, and he's escalating that immediately to a detainment. He's threatening to tase him. He's threatening to have his canine bite him. This guy really appears to have some anger issues.
What's going on with you? ID card! Something with your name on it.
Dang, he ID card. Like you didn't even ask for my ID. You just screaming it out. Like you ain't saying, "Can I have? Do you have your ID? Do you have your ID card, boy?" I'd have been like, "Police badge. Fuck is you talking about? Why is you screaming out shit?"
69.
No, I ain't supposed to be cussing, but still.
That's my ride.
No, they're not. Can you show me that again, please?
I didn't break any laws. I didn't break any laws.
Stop, dude. You can make an emergency, please. I got one resistant.
I work here, sir. I saw doing
Dude, you're gonna get tased.
Okay, I work here.
Turn around.
I work
Stand up, turn around.
here. I work here.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move. Don't move. If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're gonna get dog bit. Stop moving your hands.
So what you gonna do? Leave him unhandcuffed to run to your car to let the dog out? Or you gonna handcuff him first and then let the dog out so he can get bit? I'm confused. What the dog got to do with anything? And another thing, I hate police dogs, bro. I hate police dogs because y'all supposed to treat the police dog like it's human. And that dog is not human. He's not. He's not a real police officer. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what relationship y'all got with that dog. My 2 dogs are dogs. They're dogs. That's all they are. They're dogs. They're 4-legged creatures. And if that's the case, I need y'all to understand something as police. Why is it okay for a dog to bite somebody? Y'all don't bite us when y'all attack, when y'all grab us. We're not bit. When you chase us down, you don't bite us to get us to the ground. You're not puncturing flesh. Why is it okay for your dog to puncture wounds and flesh? Like, why is it okay? Why? And don't touch the dog, because that's an aggravated assault. You didn't touch the police officer. Meanwhile, it's a dog. You shoot my dog, he's just a dog. Like, if my dog came out to bite you, y'all gonna treat him like a regular, just kill him. Like, that doesn't compute. Them dogs, bro. Stop using dogs if they just finna attack a human. That's unhumane. That is so unhumane. Matter of fact, let's ask y'all a question, since we on the topic of this. You mean to tell me y'all got Mike Vick in trouble when he wasn't home for dog fighting, but y'all got dogs attacking other humans, chasing down humans and attacking? How was that legal? How was that humane? Don't fight other dogs. That's natural. It's a dog called Dog Eat Dog World. It don't say dog eat human. Dog eat humans. Dog chase down human and eat human. It don't say none of that. Male, it's supposed to be dogs, supposed to be male best friend. Y'all using these dogs to attack all the males y'all can find. Y'all messing up society for what the dog is supposed to be for real. And then on top of that, I don't know if y'all know, but here's some game. Them dogs do smell stuff, but they also can make them just hit on anything that they want to. Pay attention. If you ever got your car searched and there wasn't nothing in it, but they brought the dog and they still saying the dog didn't found something and it wasn't nothing in there anyway, even after the dog said it was and they didn't find it, that's why. They can do whatever. That's their dog. You tell your dog to do something or snap, or you look at your dog a certain way, it's gonna do something. That's their dog. It's gonna do whatever they want him to do. He ain't gotta say sit. He can do something else, give him a certain gesture, and he just know what to do and hit on certain stuff. That's why they be getting so many people. I'm just gonna have the dog search the car. All right, cool. And then when you still don't find nothing, like, I feel like this is just me. Every time you get a police search and the police search your car and the dog search your car, when the dog search your car and they don't find nothing, the police should get in trouble. Because you just making this dog do extra work for no reason. Why are my tax dollars going to a dog to sniff a car that has no drugs in it? Why are you taking money out of my check, to pay for the police officers and all these, that this man can be falsifying stuff? I don't feel comfortable giving my money to a liar. At least I know when I get my check, they gonna take the taxes out. I'm not surprised when they take it out. I'm surprised if these people are supposed to protect and serve and all they do is lie. That's scary.
610 Central. I got one detained.
You got one detained?
Who is that? Is that person related to you?
No, that's my Lyft. You just let him know that. It's 20. It's 40.
I asked, okay, I pull up. Let's recap everything. So I pull up, I see you sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'm pulling up, I hide behind the pillars of a closed business. How does that look, dude? Hang on, let's see it. But just look from it's a closed business.
Right.
I pull up, you're hiding behind the pillars. It looks strange. Does that look weird? Does that sound weird to you? And then listen, and then I tell you you're detained.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you're gonna leave.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
Then you were resisting.
Okay. I apologize. You say hiding. I just got up and put my hoodie on. That's all I did.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God, I work here. But what time is it? Can you tell me what time it is? Just tell me what time it is. I get it. What's
your name?
Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work and my manager just left. His name is Mike. I'm your ride. This is my ride. Just 1 second.
No. I'll talk to him for a second. Hey, you're good to go. He doesn't need a ride anymore. I'm gonna give him one. I said he called a Lyft or something, I think.
Yeah, we're on the Lyft.
Yeah, I got one for him. So you're free to go.
Yeah.
You can cancel it or something. He might get arrested.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I hear you. I just I'm trying to figure out with her to cancel it. So.
Okay, I got you. You can hang out then. All right, I appreciate it.
So was his initial stop and therefore the entire incident justified at the inception? The reasonable suspicion that he is claiming he observed Paul, 1, wearing a hoodie, 2, standing outside what he believed to be a closed business, and 3, he claims that he observed him hide behind a pillar, allegedly, though Paul claims that he was just putting on his hoodie. Let's just accept for a moment that that does qualify as reasonable suspicion. Then what? That just entitles him to do everything that he did in this video, the way he talked to him, pointing a taser at him.
I got one resisting.
I work here, sir. I just got off work.
Dude, you're gonna get tased.
Okay, I work here.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
Okay, I work here, sir.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move.
Threatening to have his dog bite him.
If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're gonna get dog bit.
Placing him in handcuffs for the amount of time that occurred, lecturing him, questioning him, and so on. If there's reasonable suspicion, can he just do whatever he wants? Looking again to the 11th Circuit in U.S. versus Campbell from 2022, an en banc court, which means the entire court, very important, held that consistent with the Fourth Amendment, an officer may perform a limited investigatory detention of someone he reasonably suspects has committed criminal activity. Such stops may last only as long as is necessary to achieve their limited investigatory purpose. What I think is very important here is that at some point, Officer Rippeon admits that he does believe Paul is an employee of CVS who was waiting for his Lyft driver. He admits that multiple times, yet he still arrests Paul.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God, I work here.
He does. Yeah, I do believe him. You are going to jail tonight.
And in the body cam footage, we can see that the real reason for the arrest was the allegation that Paul failed to present his ID when ordered to.
No, he's going to learn, fortunately, the hard way, so he wouldn't fucking ID himself, so... Yeah, he's...
However, a guy sitting outside of CVS in the state of Florida has no obligation to carry any sort of government ID on him. He had not been driving a vehicle. He never failed to alleviate the officer's suspicions about maybe he's up to no good. In fact, he did alleviate those suspicions.
I got one resisting.
I work here, sir. I just got off work. Okay, I work here.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
Okay, I work here, sir.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move.
You say hiding? I just got up and just put my hoodie on. That's all I did.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God, I work here. What time is it? Can you tell me what time it is? Just tell me what time it is. I get it. Look what.
What's your name?
Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work and my manager just left. His name is Mike.
The officer just wanted that ID. It was like crack. He had to have it.
Don't lean against the car so hard. I gotta check your pockets. You got anything illegal on you that you shouldn't have? You are going to jail tonight. I was pretty clear with you and cool. Dude, you're gonna get tased.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
Okay, I work here, sir.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move. If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're gonna get dog bit. You don't get to tell me that you're gonna leave, okay? I told you, you asked me if you were detained. I said yes, dude. and then you decide you just want to leave and do whatever the fuck you want. Are you gonna talk or no? Okay.
Also, by the way, what we have here are two things: custodial interrogation. When a police officer has somebody both in custody and they are asking questions where incriminating responses may be elicited, they have to have first read Miranda rights to the individual. Here, that did not occur. Paul is being interrogated while in custody. Thus, Miranda applies. While that's not something that you can sue for, any statements made here would be inadmissible in court, assuming Paul filed a motion to suppress those statements.
Take a seat.
Seatbelt.
What's that?
I was just asking about this seatbelt right here.
You don't want to have, you don't have questions for me? Do you understand why you're getting arrested?
I was just sitting there. I got.
Do you understand why you're getting arrested?
My lift came.
I'll pull this back so you don't get too hot.
No. Put my hoodie back on.
Nope.
Alright,
I don't want you to overheat back here, dude. So you don't want me to explain to you? You're good? I want to explain to you. I think I dictated a little bit what was going on. You look, it was very strange, dude. Closed business. I pull up, you're hiding behind the pole. So I get out with you, okay? I asked you to identify yourself, then you asked me to detain. I tell you you are detained, okay? Because loitering and prowling, I can investigate that. Although I'm not going to charge you with that, nor I'm going to go further in that. I asked you to identify yourself. If you fail to do that, I'm going to charge you with resisting, okay?
Rippeon has now adopted his own facts that are not the real facts. He did not ask merely for Pole to identify himself. He asked for an ID card.
What's going on with you? ID card! Something with your name on it.
If the concern was that he was a prowler or loitering, Paul identified himself as an employee of the store. Not only that, he even gave the name of his supervisor.
Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work and my manager just left. His name is Mike.
Yeah, I do believe him.
We've had a handful. He's sick.
Oh, okay. I've never dealt with
The fact is, no crime was committed, and nobody reasonable would have suspected that any crime was committed. But even assuming that there was some reasonable suspicion based on the totality of the circumstances, somebody in a hoodie outside a closed store, acting with some sort of furtive movement, that only entitles a police officer to perform a limited investigatory detention of that individual, not to treat somebody the way that Paul was treated here. And really, he was given no opportunity to even comply with the plethora of orders being thrown at him by this highly aggressive, escalating police officer with a temper. That is not a stop that lasted only so long as was necessary to achieve the limited investigatory purpose of this officer's unfounded suspicions, or as I would call it, a hunch. Therefore, now we have somebody who was completely innocent, no criminal record, whose grandfather was a police captain in the same county, by the way, completely treated like garbage. They're trying to ruin his life. These charges are still pending, and you can help by sharing this footage. Spread it far and wide so that everybody sees the sort of thing that happens every day across this country. Nobody should be punished for asserting their constitutional rights. The same fuds who probably watching this are saying, F around, find out, and he should have complied, are the same ones